everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Diablos coming in at 6-5, going up against the Chargers, who come in at 7-4. So for the Call of This Week 13 matchup, let's bring in our commentary team with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the San Diego Chargers and the Mexico City Diablos. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And here's a look at the starting offense. 2nd down following the run. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he floated one out there, incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it's 3rd down. And let's look defensively at the starters.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And we'll take a look quickly at the San Diego defense.
Brandon Flowers is a veteran cornerback who often has his speed questioned, but never his playmaking ability.
And they'll run it here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. He hits White, complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. Well, that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He finds Coates complete. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 3. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And now here's and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Aaron Rodgers with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. They go play action here on 1st down. Surveying the field. He's going to launch this thing. Touchdown! That's caught. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And now following the timeout, we'll see if the offense tries to change things up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Rodgers now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Ten yards still left on second down. Rodgers will try again on second down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And now a first down following that long gain. On first down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops. Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
That's It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, and it's a high kick, hit pretty well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Now let's go.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. We got it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's fourth down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Ellis coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, it's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6.
All right. You reset. Hey, easy.
Now Rodgers. Wright's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Miller, the lone setback. On first down, Rodgers. Complete to Wright. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. And again, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And now they're in the hurry-up. Rodgers now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by the former first-rounder, Justin Gilbert. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. A carry for the big fullback. This is Derek Coleman. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second down now after the incompletion. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
10 yards to go on third. Miller, the lone setback. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Fielded at about the 28. And he's got room. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude.
Pressure threw it incomplete. Rodgers will try again on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
319! 319! Go, go, go.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And the third down pass falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and that brings up fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Green, 39!
They'll look to throw here. Wide open, Amari Cooper. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves that you'd wear in the dive.
And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Rodgers again now. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers to throw once more. This will be caught just inside the 10. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Miller, the lone setback. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd at about 7 left. And they're going to speed things up here.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here we go now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
No.
Jeremiah Tauchu in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Back now in Mexico City. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. All right, here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Shakes off the sack. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. It's Cooper. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Oliver. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down following the incompletion.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He got 29 yards that time.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run with Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tim Wright, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to take over again. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you...
And he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. But defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And touchdown! Kevin White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's Oliver. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. third and long. It's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And a pass interference here will actually go against the offensive side of the football. Charles is a former defender. I know you can appreciate that.
Did you hear that thump when I hit the ground? I was so surprised to hear them say offense for once instead of defense.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
12 yards to go on third down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Detroit!
On third down, he'll drop. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down, here's Rodgers. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Room here to run. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You got the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. Get the running back to get
into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now back to throw. He's got time. He's going to float this one deep right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now. It's 7-5. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say adios from Mexico City.